It's an afternoon probably best suited for skating in Central Park, but we're across the river, and we are in for a cold one at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the New York Giants. Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And we are underway from MetLife Stadium. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
All right. 18. What's that?
Well, they'll run. Here comes the rookie from Michigan State. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. And see, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5.
18. What's up?
They'll keep it on the ground. Tyson. And this will be a Texans first down as he's able to get this up past the 40. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Here we go. Tony. Hey, Uno more.
A shotgun snap to Stroud. That's complete. It's Jalen Noel. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
First down. A gain of 21 yards. First down, Houston.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 38.
18. What's up?
Now a handoff up the middle. Tyson. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. You talk about this Giant defense. They come into this one ranked number 17, so just starting the bottom half of the league against the pass.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
This now a 3rd and 4.
All right. 18. What's that?
The middle, here's Mitchell. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And his kick is absolutely perfect. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. Now the former volunteer, it's Dylan Sampson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Well, this defense for the Texans, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
From the 24 now, here's the 2nd and 8. Straight ahead, here's Tracy. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down. The Giants had 4-9 now on the year. Yeah, they've lost 3 straight here, and it kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
Here we go, here we go. Like 6 people.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Texans' 44-yard line.
Let's go now. 60 by 60.
A play fake, and now it's Dart. That's caught left side by Neighbors. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down. Charles, that's a route that you and I have seen time and time again in our years up in this booth, and that executed well and a great throw, too.
And sometimes, even if you know it's coming, the execution will trump whatever you do on the defensive side of the ball. Plus, it was a well-thrown football. A nice, healthy gain right there.
Tracy going to get it on first down. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
From the 25, here's 2nd down and 7. Up the middle they go. Sampson. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, a throw for Dart. He'll try and do this himself. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first quarter lead.
Texans 3.
The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
They'll keep it on the ground. Tyson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 1 yard and now no yards. Have him looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Texans football to start quarter 2 as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud. And that is too far out in front of his intended target. Incomplete.
Well, obviously searching for their first touchdown this game, partner. And that quick 3 and out, that's not going to achieve that at all. Give victory to the secondary there. They brought out tight coverage on that 3rd down snap.
This is taken around the 12. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
60, 70.
Here's Dart. Once again, he finds Slayton. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now the former Sun Devil, it's Cam Scattergood. And they'll hold him to 3 there as he takes this up to the 47.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Ready.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now.
Set. Cougar 19. Hey, smash. Go.
They run the counter. Sampson. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Not too shabby here. This will skip out of bounds at about the 12-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Stroud off the play fake. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And his throw is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Stroud looking to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
Now that one hurts defensively. They force him into 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3 and out. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. On 1st down, Tyson. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Tyson. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, a give to Mitchell. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
From the 31, here's a 2nd down and 4.
Here we go.
Now a handoff up the middle. Tyson. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans are once again back in front. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the 1st half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
That's complete. It's Neighbors.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 43-yard line.
Two minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Second down and 6 now.
Have the 60, have the 60.
To throw, Dart. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and it brings up 35 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
Go! 19 Tiger.
Out of the gun, here's Dart. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it, and the Texans will take over possession here up at the 44.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. 55 yards. And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
Xavier Gibson on the return. The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Let's go.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. There's a short one caught by Johnson. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's 2nd down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Here now, 2nd and 4.
Ready. 60 Bison.
Dart going to look to throw here. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
But it certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Now Dart. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. So that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Now 2nd and 5.
70 Timberwolves. Let's go.
Now throwing again. Here's Dart. Able to locate his man Slayton on an out route. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
12 yards.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Viking 18. Go.
Play action. Now Dart. It's complete to Robinson. And it's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
11-yard line.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
60 Bobcats. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
To the air once more is Dart. His pass caught at the 4. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
To the air, Dart. And he'll throw this one away. But I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
Go! 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal, Mustang 19. Ready?
Throwing, Dart. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A 10-yard completion, but still now facing 3rd and goal. And that extra yardage makes this upcoming field goal attempt much more manageable.
Agreed, because when you talk to defensive coordinators, they always tell us the 35-yard line on our side of the field, that's the line we guard the most aggressively, because once they get there, they believe they're in field goal range.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Let go.
And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. Gano's kick is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
One touchdown is the difference. 17-10 our score, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Let's go now.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Now 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Set. 70 left.
They'll go play action here with Dart. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Sampson. And some room to work. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
70, trap 60, trap 60. Check motion. Go.
Tracy trying the right side. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Here's 2nd and 4 from the 24.
Dragons. Come on. Set. 60 Eagle.
Play action now. Dart. And it's caught. And they aren't able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense could get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Ready, break. 18 Cardinal. Set.
Now it's Tracy. And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. A great effort there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Giants are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Gano the extra point, and that will level the playing field at 17 all. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
So from the 37, here's 2nd down and 8. Stroud wants to change it up with an audible. Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
When coaches stress their defense being physical, they don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
And Stroud now to throw. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the 2nd half.
Where's the hot? Here we go, let's go. 18, what's up? Hey, south.
1st down, here's Mitchell. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 81 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
2J. Robin.
On 1st down, they go back to Mitchell. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On the quick, right? 18, what's up?
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
Let's face it, you always want a team full of guys who can get you 1st downs and big plays of all styles, but you've got to have a big man. You can just turn and hand it to, and he can be dependable in picking up 1st downs.
19 Texas.
They'll run on 1st down. Tyson. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
From the 21, here's 2nd and 9.
How's the slide? What? 18, what's up? South. Red.
They run over center with Mitchell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
18. Let's go.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Screen play setting it up for Mitchell. And they'll get to him short of the first down at about the 16. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down.
Up to the right. Up to the right. Yup. 19 Texas.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to break our 4th quarter tie. And this one is right through. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
On the give, it's Tracy. Breaks through the contact. Oh, he faked him with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 61 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 42-yard line. And they'll try to run the option here. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go, Shaq.
On play action, here's Dart. A throw right side caught by Neighbors. Try! And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Malik Neighbors, 42 yards. And the Giants have taken a 4th quarter lead. This has definitely been a back-and-forth affair, and now they have the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, and they gave up the field goal on that last drive, as we remember, but it felt like their offense told them, don't worry about it. We've got your backs. We'll come back with a touchdown of our own, and they did.
Extra point try good by Gano, and that will make this a 4-point game. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25. A huge play there for Houston. 44 yards.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch victory.
18, what's that?
On first down, Tyson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
That's good power football on first and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal.
All right.
Once more, it's Pierce. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
For the lead, here's third and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans answered back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth quarter lead.
Giants 24.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Here comes a reverse. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
18-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll make it second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Ready up.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go now. 19-18.
Play fake, and here's Dart. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The offense on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. They'll hand it to Tracy. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. 69 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Giants first down. First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
To throw now, Dart. That one taken in by Neighbors. Second down, 8 yards to go.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 31-yard line.
Here's Dart. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Ready? Set, check, hurt.
Throwing his Dart. Catch made by Slayton. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
Out of bounds at the 45-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
Got it. Ready?
Second and 6 coming up.
Set. Ready? Panther 60. Panther 60. Come 19. Come 19. Motion.
Here's Tracy. And he will get enough for a first down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's first and 10 now.
6 Buffalo 18. 60 Bison. 60 Bison.
That's caught by Johnson. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
20-yard line.
This is first and 10.
Cowboy 79 Broncos. No street. Hurt. 7 Pirates. Check go.
On the ground, here comes Tracy. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Here comes second down. They'll look to throw. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it. And the Texans have just about sewn up this football game. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up second and 7.
Here we go.
A give running right is Mitchell. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Here's Stroud. They'll run the screen with Mitchell. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
Here's first and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to go thank the guys on D.
Connects with Slayton. Oh, and that a very short game. They do get a first, but short pickups, not what they're looking for.
And the Giants first down.
Back to throw. Throws to his man on the out route. It's complete. That's Robinson.
Robinson. Out of bounds at the 44-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up second and 5.
Here comes second down at 5.
Here we go, set. 19, 18.
He's back to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Let's go.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He'll try and do this himself. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball.